One of the most important advantages what I got from having analog equipment is that understanding that it's all about your skills, it's not about your gear. A lot of people, when they start working with audio, they say, okay, now it doesn't sound too good, doesn't sound too professional, it's just because of I don't have this equipment. In a couple of years I'm gonna buy better room, better monitors, better acoustic panels, I'm gonna put better devices, maybe I will buy a couple of real preamplifiers like Neve 1073, all this, like marketing bullshit, like you really need these classic devices, you really need all these kind of legendary tools. Of course they are great, as you can see I use them all, but anyway, after I really got all these things, eventually I realized it's not about gear, because no matter what you buy, no matter what kind of microphone you buy, anyway, in the final it will be depending only on how you place this mic, how you understood proximity effect, what kind of preamplifier level you chose, what kind of gain staging you chose, how much you cranked your preamp to get proper amount of coloration. If you felt from your experience how much it needs, how equalizer will take your sound. If it's too colorful, later it will not be helpful because you put additional colorful EQ and your sound start to be only dirtier. When you're really advanced audio engineer, you start to realize it's all about your movements, about your skills. So I'd say we all spent years and years and years just for one important lesson. After you have everything, you start to realize, no, I should have spent more time in my skills, in testing, in listening, in learning, to practice more. But most people kind of try to make excuses like saying, okay, I don't have enough equipment, I didn't buy better audio interface. You can go buy like $3,000 audio interface. Do you think your mixes will sound top after just buying audio interface? Or you just buy a more expensive microphone and do you think your mixes will sound better because of that? Of course not. So I absolutely appreciate and I'm thankful for all this equipment, because eventually I ended up with the idea I'd better go with absolutely small kind of setup. I'm not gonna buy like too many plugins, I'm not gonna buy too many different analog equipment. I'd better practice more, I'd better learn something. And in this case, I definitely will push myself much closer to the level I want than just like spending years and thousands dollars on equipment you actually really don't need. On the course I always teach people to really see all little molecules, because honestly chasing after somebody's settings when you just, collect in your mind or somewhere you write down something like this guy does this guy does this, it actually doesn't help a lot. Because in real situation, in some mixing situation, you always need to figure out real kind of moment. You really should understand this is like this is like this, and that's why I need to do this or this. If you just all the time apply somebody's settings in some random scenarios, usually you get like random results. So that's why all these little nuances is super important to know. It's not just like we need to find some magic settings, there is no magic settings. It's all about little molecules of audio. This is exactly what I teach guys on my course, to have skills instead of some marketing bullshit like what I need to buy next. You also can send me an email to ask if there is an opportunity to attend one trial class with current students to check the course.